So welcome back everyone to the Moxforge. Tonight we got a very sweet deck called Pit Oath or Bottomless Oath. There are a variety of names for it, like every time in pre-modern. And yeah, in the core it's a mix of two decks. The mono black pit deck, which you can see like with the Rag, the Bottomless Pit, Dark Ritual, Duress, and Funeral Charm. And it's combined with some of the best green spells like Oath of Druids, Call of the Herd, Naturalize, Treetop Village. And the spiciness in this deck comes from Guiltfeeder, because you want to make a attrition game where you exchange 1-for-1 and resources until you can set up a card like Ensnaring Bridge with Oath of Druids. And then you can still attack with the Guiltfeeder. And if this attacks and isn't blocked, your opponent loses 1 point of life for each card in his graveyard. And this could work out pretty well with the Oath of Druids. So yeah, pretty hyped to see what the deck delivers and wish you much fun. All right, everyone, we are on the play here. So let's see what we got. This seems pretty decent. We have all the mana we need. Maybe we draw black mana, but I'm not planning to slam this early, the Bottomless Pit. And yeah, let's lead with a Treetop Village. Oath of Druids might be really good here. It could be a bit awkward if you play against the control deck, but then the lands are fine-ish. Okay, this could be Enchantress. And I think I want to slam Oath of Druids for sure. So if he has the Enchantress, we at least get Akroma, or what's his name? Guiltfeeder? I think it's Guiltfeeder. Yes. Okay, Enchantress Presence. Not great for us, but not a huge deal. Another Oath. So now it's time to get down the Bottomless Pit. We have to hope to hit some key cards on his side. I think he can pretty well play around our Oath of Druids, because he's not relying on his creatures. And he even discarded one, so this worked out pretty well for him. Yeah, we hope to get the key cards with the Bottomless Pit and chip damage in with the Treetop Village. Hopefully we don't need to discard this in our upkeep. Is he thinking about Opal Essence? He might, but then we don't get a flip because we both have two creatures. If he has Opal Essence, we Parallax Wave, okay? So next turn it could be very dangerous. Smother. Okay, let's get down Treetop Village. I'm not willing to attack into the Parallax Wave. So we are just hoping for the best here, but it's hard to beat. He has a very well set up there. Okay, here's the Opal Essence, which is nice for us, but he could have Replenish and then we lose immediately, I guess, because he can exile all of our enchantments, because they are creatures then. But then we can go to game 2. Yeah, Oath of Druids not great in this matchup, and this is the key part we are relying on with our deck. Okay, Sterling Groove. He even can play around the Bottomless Pit now, because he can tutor an upkeep, and if we saw Opal Essence together with this, we pack this in. Okay, Solitary Confinement, not great either. And this one for Opal Essence. I don't even know if it's pronounced Opal Essence. Words of Wilding, okay. to make a lot of bear tokens. Okay, the bridge is decent. Let's try to resolve this bridge. And if we get down... so he needs another key piece to interact with the bridge now. Otherwise we can hide behind it for a second. But at some point he will just find the Sea of Cleansing. But as the time is no issue here, let's just continue for a bit. Okay, this is funny. He's relying on having another land, another enchantment on top, otherwise he needs to sacrifice this. Okay, elephant grass. Let's see. Here's the Sea of Cleansing. I'm not sure what he wants to kill with this. Probably the Bottomless Pit? Or the bridge later? I don't know. Let's wait here for a second. The wreck. I will play this. Do I want to... I can't attack. Due to the elephant grass, I can't activate and pay. I don't know why these are my triggered abilities, so this last. Okay, again the Enchantress. So this Bottomless Pit really working in his favor here. Otherwise, he might be forced to play it if he wants to have the engine running. But this made 4 hits on his side, 2 hits on our side. And I think this is the plan of the deck, to not just slam this turn 1. And better slam it if you know that you can make card advantage with this. Another Seal of Cleansing is interesting. So why isn't he going for the Opalescence, which will win him the game immediately? Maybe he has it in hand. Okay, Force Presence. I mean, it's a pretty solid draw. 6 of 8 Enchantress effects in the top half of the deck, but I think this is exactly what the deck is capable of doing. Yeah, ships a turn back here. I think at this point we don't have a way to win, so we can concede here. Because he has the 2 answers for our Oath of Druids, and he can just spam bear creatures, so attacks isn't blocked defense. So the problem here is that we are not able to activate Oath or let Oath trigger. This is a huge problem, so we need to bring out the whole Oath package probably. Maybe I'm wrong here. And we could just I mean, even Tormod's Crypt is super awkward in combination with Guiltfeeder, but yeah, we are going more into a mid-range route here. I'm not even sure if we want to do the Dark Ritual plan, but I guess it's fine. Bridge is not great, because we want to attack, and he's attacking on multiple angles. This could be decent, but nothing more. No, not Snuff Out. Maybe like this. So here we need a combination of disruption and the ability to apply pressure. An early Gloom would be great. Okay, this is not doing much. But as we have the Diabolic Edict, I'm willing to keep this. It's not great. Maybe this shouldn't be kept. Because we have 3 pretty awkward cards here. Yeah, I think this was a loose keep, so maybe he just boarded out the Enchantress because he didn't want to activate my Oath, and then he blanks my removal suit. But let's continue here. Oh, this is strong. Yeah, I don't want to give up for now, because we have Naturalizes, but this is just a 3-for-1. But I don't have to see much more to pack my things in. Okay, let's start here with the discard mode. It's not great. I think I will wait for one more turn before I pack the things in. This is really a tough matchup. And I'm not a fan of conceding too early, but here's no way we can win from here. Because we need to handle everything from Sabus Web, Enchantress Presence, and we don't have a blowout card like destroy all enchantments or put all enchantments back on top of the library. Okay, if he goes this route, the Evincar could have a nice way to swing things, but we need 2 more mana for that. Haunting Echoes. It's not great in this constellation. He might just add some bear token now to the board. Okay, he's keeping this in, so with the first trigger on stack, I will make him sacrifice a creature. But again, this is not the way how we can win this. It was important to play this immediately, otherwise he could make a bear token to secure it. Another presence. This is strong. Okay, Gaea's Blessing is probably fine, as we can play it, and I just want to reshuffle nothing. I just want to draw a card. Naturalize could free up my manlands from Zabos Web. Let's see, one more draw on my side. All right, we can't win from here, so good game. All right, this is not a great hand, but turn 1 Bottomless Pit could really do a lot of work. It's bad that we got Akroma in start hand, but I really want to try this out to get more experience with the deck. Okay, this seems like Gro-A-Tog. I don't want to run this into counterspell, so I just want to play Treetop Village here and chip the turn. Okay, now we need something like Duress to set her up correctly. Not sure here. I think I want to have Funeral Charm up. Gosh. This matchup can be a huge problem, I guess. Armageddon seems to be solid against us, which we will see here probably. Okay, maybe it was wrong. Okay, here I stop for a second. And I think I try to kill the Dryad here. It won't work probably, but then I can resolve my Bottomless Pit, which could hit the Armageddon. But it's fine to get it countered. A cantrip would be much worse for us. Oath is great. So let's see 3, 4, 5 mana exactly. I think I need to resolve Oath first. So let's try it like this. Okay, no foil, but he could have days. Nothing here. Okay, we are suddenly in a good spot. Psychotop, okay. The bad thing is we get Oath, the Guiltfeeder first. Hopefully we discard Akroma to have a reshuffle here. So I want to put this first. Ah, it was a wrong card, but not a huge problem. The Guiltfeeder can block for a while. And we got the reshuffle here. Okay, Swamp or another Treetop Village, I think. Let me take a look at my mana. I just need double black for Bottomless Pit, and as we got one running, I think it has a higher impact if we play it like this. So the problem is he can just easily block this with a Psychotog. So it's not a good strategy, but at some point I will discard Akroma, and this could make a lot of work against his deck. I mean, what is this? Just shooting 2? It's fine. Meddling Mage, okay, not a huge problem now. Smother. So he attacks with both. I'm tempted to activate Treetop Village to block, but I'm not sure for what. Okay, for now I want to block like this. Yeah, Psychotog is the best answer for that. I mean, it can block and he can just exile everything from his graveyard. So Guiltfeeder is not a great one in this matchup. Yeah, it's fine that he will kill this. It's reshuffled soon. We got a blocker for Meddling Mage. Hopefully we discard Akroma now. Otherwise we might be in trouble. Okay, discard Akroma. 50-50. Really unlucky. So next Guiltfeeder plus next turn no Guiltfeeder because we did not have the reshuffle. This is really awkward. Yeah, no creature next turn will just kill us, so we can concede here. We needed to discard Akroma and we missed it both times. And next turn we would just bin everything and then... Okay. I think we don't want the rag. It's kind of awkward. Ensnaring Bridge could be fine. Guiltfeeder is close to unplayable with him having Psychotogs. Call of the Herd could be decent. Powder Keg. Maybe Naturalize. But 2 should be enough here. I mean, Funeral Charm is really awkward. Just making him discard 1 in the face of Gush seems really bad. Haunting Echoes as a fun-off could work. And what else do we need? Maybe One Engineered Plague. Not great, I know, but let's try it like this. This is really awkward. But I think it's a keep. So here I probably want to just play Curse Scroll. They go. I hope that the Curse Scroll could go some meters. Another green card, it's not great. It's funny that there are so many cool Dark Ritual artworks. So I play the bridge here, ship the turn back. If we draw green, we are in a decent spot. But maybe this keep was not great. Okay, Bottomless Pit. He might have a counter spell, but I want to get rid of this or just a disenchant. I don't know. If he has an out for that, we still got the bridge around, but he has 7 cards in hand. So let's see. Yeah, disenchant. Or Ray of Revelation. Yeah, it's not looking great. Call of the Herd, so we need our own call, or at least the card we can play, that he's unable to attack. Swamp, ships the turn back. Yeah, I wasn't quick enough to undo my click. So normally I would like to kill this in the end step or try to kill this, but I clicked on the option to yield my turn, immediately rewinded it, but it was not possible. Yes, this is enough for us to pack in. So again, a super awkward hand, but enough for me to keep. Of course, Funeral Charm is some early interaction with cards like Goblin Lackey. Kind of sad that we got the Guiltfeeder in hand. Because this is pretty dead, as we will really struggle to reach this amount of mana. I really hope to get some key cards with the Funeral Charm later. Otherwise, we are really in trouble. This is okay. Yeah, this really hurts. He will get a... This will be an empty hit, but then he will get all 3 Funeral Charms. Yeah, this is not great. And sometimes everything that could go wrong goes wrong, and then you are in such a situation here. I think he might be on... This could be the rocks, this could be food chain. Green mana from top is decent, so Oath of Druids is a live draw. Okay, going for Guiltfeeder there is kind of funny. Because we can just reshuffle. But I think he has more creatures to just do a flashback there. And he's struggling with his mana. So let's get our clock out. So here's a small argument for shooting an upkeep to have saved 2 damage, but I think it has the higher impact if we wait. Just if we draw a card we could play. Curse Scroll is such a nice card in general. I will just immediately play the city to have the ability to activate Curse Scroll and play Naturalize. Bottomless Pit would be a sweet card to draw. Okay, Drink of Sorrow. This would be funnier if this was the negator. So this is bringing me trouble. I mean, we have a lot of answers for that, but we need to draw them. This is an answer. Let's just hope that he has no out for that right now. I mean, his hand is stacked, so could possibly be. And I hope that I hit Akroma with that. I think Akroma here was not in the earlier iterations, but is exactly the card for, yeah, playtime is over. If it does not work with Guiltfeeder, we come with this. Okay, Call of the Herd. So sooner or later we will see our Akroma. He needs to sacrifice a permanent, which is great for us. So do I want to bring 2 damage in, I guess? Might be wrong. We go to 14. Let's see. Yes. And a reshuffle. So this could be done now. Huge lag probably means he's packing it in. I mean, he might have the edict effect. And then if we don't flip immediately into a card like... we would flip into Oath Guiltfeeder, so this wouldn't work. Yes, the edict. Oh. Attacking for 8. This is not great for us. Having a manland here would have been fine. But on the other hand, really interesting play like this. Attacking for 8. This can't do damage, so yeah, it's next turn we can block if he's not having another removal spell. And then we got lethal the turn after. It's cool. Another forest, okay. So now it's getting really interesting. He even got rid of one Call of the Herd token, so he can't kill us with an attack. He might have Rancor here, but then we have Naturalize, and he will die in the backswing. And this creature can't block, which is nice. Yeah, the problem really is that it's not flying, and there are plenty of black and artifact creatures in the format, which are widely played. Okay, wow, this was a lot of pressure. Even the 3-4-1 with Cabal Therapy was a problem. Okay, the wreck was not great. I think I want Call of the Herd for sure. But besides that, Trim on the rack, Guiltfeeder, pretty awkward, to be honest. I might cut both to have the ability. I think I want to play it like this. If he gets rid of the Akroma at some point, the O's are bad. They're just for reshuffling purposes then, but okay, turn 1, Ensnaring Bridge, and then so if we I keep this. It's not great, but if he leads on Cabal Therapy, I don't assume he name Dark Ritual or Ensnaring Bridge. And even Smother is decent later. Okay. I think it's right to go with Ensnaring Bridge, with Dark Ritual. Into Bottomless Pit, probably. But then we can die quickly. Let's try it. I hope to hit some key cards here. This is not a key card. But just green mana. Very mild. Very spicy deck list. So the Elder is bad news for us, because it's a 3-4-1. No land here, so getting punished. But let's see. It's not over yet. It's over soon. Okay. I mean, we still have the ability to get the bridge online. But it was a very loose keep, as I assumed. Okay, just one green mana and missing on this. I mean, it's over in 3 turns, so I think we can take the time to see what happens. I'm a bit sad that Smother is gone. Okay, here's a ritual, so pretty lucky from us. But he is running, I guess, 4 Naturalize probably. Okay, this can still attack, and at some point he's even thinking about sacrificing this to get Rancor back and to attack under Rancor. I think it's a good play on his side. Okay, discarded Rancor, which seems fine. I hope to draw a green mana source. The problem is we can't attack due to our Ensnaring Bridge, so it was stupid to board out both. I think we have to consider this, to be honest. Even if we bought out our cards like the wreck, we got no win option left. Okay. Man, no land for 5 turns is Or 4 draws. It's a bit too much, probably. Okay, attacking for 4. Yeah, I need to draw green mana here. Flashback, Call of the Herd. Okay, we got a Smother. So I probably want to smother the Llanowar Elves. Yeah, it was not correct to board out both Guiltfeeders. So let's do a reshuffle here for... Do I want to reshuffle something? Maybe Smother as a backup, but yeah, let's do both Smother here. Hopefully we hit a land. Yes. Okay, he needs to find removal for that, but I bought it so poorly that we have no ability to win from this position. So we need to get rid of our own bridge first. Okay, sending a sign. Ninjutsu is not invented yet. Okay, bringing this down. Let's flashback a call. Yeah, this is really awkward what I did here. But now we have to own it. This could make trouble later. I don't know how to win this, to be honest. But the good thing is my opponent is not having the information that we have no outs here. So we might still win like LSV, as he was playing a Storm deck without tendrils in his 75. Okay, Duress, I don't need to... I mean, I could play it, but... Even with Rancor, he can't attack me. Another pit? I don't think... I just want to play it. Probably it's not making a difference, but on the other hand, it could be hard to... Yeah, what's my plan? Guiltfeeder would be so good here. So if he draws Naturalize for the bridge, he will attack just in the air. And then so I think my only hope is to draw Oath and then next Naturalize. So Oathing into Akroma, and even this might not be enough if I attack then. So he has Naturalize. I can't. So I play this now on his Rancor to just prevent the situation I was talking about earlier. even is, yeah. I mean, at some point we will win the game due to time or to him not having enough cards in the library while we can reshuffle. But this is not, seems to be the way we want to play this. Yeah, why did I board it like this? Okay, Naturalize here, Edict. You can have one. And both rag out both Guiltfeeder. And they can't even block. Why did I board out the Guiltfeeders? Funeral Charm. Probably want to play it on the Birds of Paradise here. Otherwise, this will be gone in the upkeep. So besides of Akroma, we can cast everything. This is the good news. The bad news is we still need Oath of Druids plus Naturalize, but yeah, it's like a race. Who will find it faster? At this point where he will find his Naturalize, we are dead. He has Naturalized? No? Another Drink of Sorrow? At this point, his attack is... So if I untap one more time, his attack is not lethal anymore. Because we can block these... Yeah, it's still lethal, I guess. Because I would take damage here. Okay. I mean, even Powder Keg would be kind of an out. Bringing this to 3. But we need Oath first, for sure. Okay, Funeral Charm, ships a turn back. I still think I want to... Maybe I want to make him discard after draw. I don't know. It's probably not good, but... Otherwise I could kill the bird. But I really need Oath now. And even just the Oath would not be enough. But it's the first step we can do. Okay. All right, we are on the draw with a pretty decent hand. So we got a variety of answers for like everything. And we can just lean back and play the rag. Turn 1 if nothing happens. Okay, he has Duress probably. Dark Ritual into Duress, into Mesmeric Fiend. Or Kabaya Therapies. So this will hit the rag, probably. Okay, another basic is sweet. And the wreck will bring in its first damage. Okay, going for Dark Ritual is odd at least. But I know nothing about his cards in hand. I don't want to draw Guiltfeeder, to be honest. And this, I don't know how many shadow creatures he plays, but this seems to be really bad against mono black and even factories. So I think it's fine to play Edict here. And he can decide if he wants to activate Mishra's Factory, which would be totally fine. Okay, the Rager is sweet. It's a 2-for-1. Funeral Charm. I think I want to do double discard. It will cost me some life because he can swing for 4, but then the wreck is working better. Plus having him in top deck mode is what I want to do. Smother is still fine. Okay, double swarm, so nothing of value was lost in my opponent's hand. This is a swing he can do, but we are still at 13. So if he has no discard spell, Smother will give us some time. Another wreck. Sweet. I want to cast it like this to have a bit more flexibility in case he has a wasteland. I still want to go for the Phyrexian Rager, I guess. Because this attacks will cost him 2 mana each turn. Okay, we are close to Guiltfeeder. But at least a blocker. Because this will never get damage in against my opponent, I guess. I mean, combined with a discard, with a removal spell maybe, but Rager's fine. Naturalize, it's okay against his factory, so I won't be mad here. This was well played. Another Rager. Okay, drawing really good. Because this will keep his cards in hand high enough. So I need something like a Oath or a land. Not a tapped land, please. It's decent later, but I hope he will swing with a factory for now. Then we go to 5. And then, I mean, if he swings like this... let's see. I'm happy about this. Swinging for 6. I think Guiltfeeder is fine against him. I mean, the problem is that we don't have a backup if he has a edict effect, but I mean, we go to 4. Could be wrong. But this will be hit by Smother. Ugh, Wasteland. So he knows about Guiltfeeder. This was a perfect draw. Okay, and it's over like this. Yeah. Set 1. We need to take damage if we want to get down the bottomless pit. Yeah, bridge would not have been the solution as we had 2 cards in hand. This was beyond awkward to play, to be honest. But it is what it is. Sometimes you don't see anything you need, and it's fine. In other games, your opponent has the same problem. Okay, do we need more? I don't think so. Let's register it like this. Yeah, we had like, what is it? 18 minus 4, 14 outs for several turns, plus a variety of answers here or discard spells. Not sure. I want to keep this. We need to set up against discard spells, so I'm not willing to mulligan too much. And as the game could go longer, I want to just draw some land. So this far, it's really awkward that this deck color screws so much. And this is probably the reason that it's not running any amount of Mishra's Factories. Okay, here he goes for the bridge probably. Then we might need to double Funeral Charm his threat. This is exactly what I mean. Like, you can craft, take a mulligan 6 or 5 and craft a good hand, and then you get double discard spell and you lose the game due to card advantage or card disadvantage. Yeah, it's funny that he has to go rid of this and Cabal Therapy for Funeral Charm. This really hurts. If we draw Mana Source, this could be fine. To be honest, until now, this is just the 7th game or something I did with this. I'm really disappointed in the deck. But to be honest, I'm not a fan of any Pitrack deck. So I like it to see if people play it, but I have trouble to play it on my own. And it's just so often that you draw the exactly wrong cards and you lose due to very non-interactive games. But yeah, let's try to make the best out of the last games here. And then I think this will go into the archive. Okay, this is fine, but we really need to draw something quickly. So click on the rack first to make your opponent discard. He has a really fast clock. I hope to discard Gaea's Blessing, but as his clock is faster, we are relying on drawing Ensnaring Bridge and have the ability to play it immediately. Okay, Treetop Village. Let's go here and reshuffle the bridge. And probably Funeral Charms, because they could help me survive for longer and I could cast them. Okay, another Bottomless Pit. I mean, Treetop Village is something, but he's on Wasteland, so not too positive about this. The rack first. Ah, this is good. Hope he has no second Wasteland. But with our luck today, I'm not super positive. The problem is this has Shadow. So this can't block, I see here, but at some point we need to activate and attack. If he has removal, this will kill him quicker. Ooh. So now we need a bridge. This is no bridge. Yeah, this is exactly what I tried to describe earlier. And this is, I think, the main reason you don't see this kind of decks often. Because you have so many matches where you don't see any play. Okay, but we still believe in the heart of our cards. The bridge from top would probably win immediately, as he can't attack anymore. Okay, good game. All right, we are on the play, so let's see what we got here. It's fine. It's well set up against creature-heavy decks. I think I want to play the rack first, because we got creature strategies covered with a variety of cards, and I mean, this deck went very well in Trier, a huge tournament some while ago, played by Hagebutte. I need to take a look at his list and maybe speak to him, because it's not playing great. Okay, here I want to get down Curse Scroll. It's a bit dangerous if he has exactly turn 2 Dreadnought with the combination of Vision Charm, but I didn't plan to play it into... Okay, I want to cast this, make him discard before he has the ability to tutor squee. So blue-green probably means it's like survival madness, but could be a brew, yeah. Stupid Funeral Charm. Oath of Druids. This could do some work, to be honest. So this could backfire that he played it into the Funeral Charm. But I think he has some outs and the ability to tutor, but he probably just goes for Waterfront Bouncer. Then we need a 1-drop to play land, 1-drop, get rid of Waterfront Bouncer. And at some point we'll have too many of our creatures stuck in hand and we can't oath for more. Seems interesting. I mean, what's even worse is that he can just tutor for Gilded Drake. Here's a Waterfront Bouncer naturally from hand. This is bad news. So I think we have no chance here now. Okay, Smother is great. So let's see. We need to get rid of Waterfront Bouncer immediately. I want to set a stop in my upkeep. Okay, Guiltfeeder is not great. So he's probably not even considering to get Gilded Drake to do an exchange there. Okay, going for the squee. I mean, the rack could work at some point. Squee is making it a bit troublesome, but okay, Blessing is not great, but what's great is if he plays it oddly, I can... it's not great. I can't even reshuffle Squee because he can just two-door again for it. So I might go for... Plus, if we reshuffle, this can't get damage in. Taking for 2 here. I still think it's fine to do it like this. And then... Do I want to have Bottomless Pit? I mean, even Funeral Charm, probably not great. Not sure. Funeral Charm can get rid of a card in his hand. Okay, Swamp is sweet. The Curse Scroll now can just go face. I'm not even in fear if he wants to do the exchange, cause... Okay, here's Arrogant Worm. It's still fine, right? Because we get another look here. So if I kill this, I won't get another creature from my O's. Yeah, sorry, deep in the think tank here. Okay, if he's pumping this, we need to consider activating Curse Scroll, but Gilded Rake is scary, to be honest. But at some point we can chip in the damage very well. I mean, he will add at least 4 more power to the board. But at this point, am I hoping to hit? Yeah, I guess. I hope to hit Akroma. Then we attack for a bunch. Okay, the question here is, do I want to shoot this? Probably not. It would make some more damage, but 4 is fine. Yeah, this will be a very close game. So it depends how greedy he will go in the end step. I will shoot 2 here, play Diabolic Edict, but as he has all the information, I don't think he need to. He can go for Basking Rootwaller. Okay, do I want to do it now? I think it's fine. Like this. So he can't play Arrogant Worm then. But he couldn't either, because he needs 4 mana. Maybe this was a misplay, because he can pump now, but we can block for 1 more turn. And then he can do the exchange. We flip into Akroma, right? If we block here. I mean, he could tutor for Wonder. At some point, these Guiltfeeders will be very scary. Frantic search and response is fine, I guess. This will remove 1 card from his hand, so the wreck could do some. Okay, this resolves. Ah, no, he can respond again. I thought after passing priority here. Okay. So do I still want to play Edict here? I don't think so. Hitting here was not important. I'm not sure. I guess I have to do it. I mean, he will get 1 Guiltfeeder anyway with Gilded Rake, but then it can block. Akroma can do some work. Okay, Wonder is scary. But it's probably not enough. I mean, if he's adding nothing to the board, what will happen? Very interesting match. Okay, if he has the Trike in hand, he will win the match. Otherwise, I mean, there's a blocker for Guiltfeeder. Okay, do I want to block here? I don't think so. Okay. So he still has Wonder in hand. We need to consider this. So this can be a huge blocker. The good thing is that we can kill the Root Waller before it's able to block. So flip Akroma here. Treetop Village. Okay. This was really close. Oh, this play is super awkward. Not sure what to do here. So Funeral Charm is maybe necessary against Waterfront Bouncer. I'm not sure if I can afford these Crypts. Bottomless Pit seems not to be great against Squee Goblin Naboo. I would prefer Call of the Herd. This might be fine. Not sure about Ensnaring Bridge. Because he has the ability to tutor for Octavi Orang-Utans and has Naturalize. Okay, not a great hand. I need to take a mulligan here. I try to keep this. Don't want to go to 5. I got 3 cards I can play. I got the first survival covered if he's not having days. Oh, no hit. This is bad news. You have a mongrel next turn, so we are relying on drawing an untapped mana source for Edict or Smother. I would prefer Edict in this case. I believe in the heart of the cards. Play the rag, ship the turn back. If he's not going immediately for it, we can still have a decent play, but I think he just should attack and play the worm. Because he's a tempo deck here. There is no advantage of playing this controlish, in my opinion. Another Naturalize. This is super awkward. Okay, so if he goes for the worm here, which he does, we need to smother here. And now we need to top deck a black mana source to play Funeral Charm on Waterfront Bouncer and then Diabolic Edict for his Arrogant Worm. So we know about one more Waterfront Bouncer in hand. Here it is. Give me black mana, please. Okay, here's black mana. The question is, do I want to wait until his upkeep? I don't think so. Let's see how fast this will resolve. But I think we need to cast it into a daze. We are not allowed to wait for longer. It's fine, even if he has mana leak. I mean, it would be way worse to wait longer there, because he can just add another creature to the board, or if we let him untap, he can save his Arrogant Worm with his Waterfront Bouncer. Let's chip the turn back. This is awkward to die with 2 answers for his survivals. So even if we block next turn, we die due to the damage here. Let's see one more card here. Otherwise, a combat trick, if we would have more life, would be to block here and then either play Funeral Charm on Arrogant Worm or on Treetop Village. Get a bit more information and then we concede. Okay. This was one-sided, at least. Maybe we need bridge. Ritual seems really bad without the pits. So I think I need to bring in more answers like, I don't know, even Haunting Echoes could work at some point in time, but let's try for Engineered Plagues here. Really awkward matchup. Because the Arrogant Worms are so strong against us that we are pretty quick in trouble. And even the White Mongrels are strong. Okay, let's keep this. I'm willing to run Oath of Druids into days. Because against these kind of tempo decks, you are not in a spot where you can justify waiting too long with your spells. And as he has answer for that anyway, you could even have a null here. But this is fine. Days would set him back by one turn, so I would be happy about a days here. I would even be happy about a Naturalize next turn. Yeah, perfect. Okay, another Call of the Herd is good. Even if he has another days for that, I will take it. It's fine that we can just attack with elephants and maybe secure things with the Engineered Plague. So if he has Waterfront Bouncer here, it would be perfect for us. Okay, Survival. We don't have that covered yet. I think I want to Flashback Call for now, because I want him to tutor his creature first before we name something with Engineered Plague to make a mana play. Okay, the Mongrel is here. He has a lot of cards in hand. So if I attack here, he needs to discard at least 2. Discarding 2. So it might be right to just say... So at some point, he will have 4/4 Worms, but then even we can play Engineered Plague. Plus, I like the fact he's taking damage from his mana base, as we will just add more elephants to the board. If he's going strong on the plan like Root Wallers, we have the Engineered Plague to cover this. But we're not in a great spot. Not too happy with the matchups we got this far. But this is a clear disadvantage of mixing 2 strategies. Okay, I will just slam it. It will make my elephants smaller, but I just want to see the creature here. If he has a daze, it's fine. We are losing the long run anyway. Yeah, but even with this, so this deck has pretty awkward interactions. So here's a small argument for attacking first, but I'm not sure. I liked the card so much as a child. It's from Nemesis, and we really feared this card. So he's naming black here. Okay, if I attack here, I can bring 4 damage in, he goes to 10. I think it's worth it. If he wants to use survival. Yeah, in this case, I should absolutely attack first, right? So he might have a two-door Drake here. Then we can... We have a 2/2 flyer. He has a 3/3 flyer, and then what then? Then we need to think again. Okay, Root Waller will die immediately. I think he needs to get the flyer, right? It's a Gilded Drake. Then he has a 3/3. We have the 2/2. Yeah, his mana situation is pretty awkward. What did he got here? Show game log. Wonder, okay. Yeah, Wonder is fine. It's a good call from his side. So we could play this on dock. Then he has one more turn left. We can even play Plague and attack with Treetop Village too. Okay, another White Mongrel. This can backfire pretty quickly. If this is a play he wants to do. Engineered Plague might win this. He needs to do double discard, but then they die state-based in his upkeep. Edict is fine. Okay, let's play this on dock. Okay, really saves the other one. Yeah, no wonder with double squee. So let's write dock correctly. DOG. Okay. These are 3/3 again. Don't want to attack here, so ship the turn back. They will die state-based. Because they are 0/0 in the upkeep. Let's kick things off with Duress here. To not run into a wild trap. We got one more Call of the Herd in the graveyard. He was probably playing an Arrogant Worm. We have this covered with our Diabolic Edict, but I just want to do it after I looked. And this is very damage heavy, so even just attacking is enough here. But we can do anything. Yeah, funnily, it just worked out what I planned here. Don't ask me why. I think just because he stumbled on mana. Alright, everyone. Yeah, back to the brewer's room, and I don't want to talk too much about this deck because for me it was a huge disappointment. It's very weak. It's a horrible play pattern for me. It's not fun in any way. Maybe one bonus point for the addition of Guiltfeeder, because the idea is sweet, but this was not working well. I don't know. I did 8 matches. You saw 5 from them here. But this was in general not fun at all and a huge disappointment to play. I don't know. We can't focus on correcting this pile because I don't have the experience there, but here is so much wrong with the deck that I don't know where to start. And if I will ever touch this again, which I probably won't do, I need to talk to an expert before, because yeah, like color screwing and screwing in general in so many games feels off in a 2-color deck. And Dark Ritual felt so bad, like, for what? And you saw the games where I had turn 1 Bottomless Pit, so yeah, it was a nice addition to see, and to see Guiltfeeder again, because we played it as we were younger, but I have so many questions. Why just 2 of the rack? Why no Chain of Smoke? I don't know. For me, it was a horrible experience, and I think I will never touch this kind of deck again, but never say never. And yeah, for me, it's difficult if you play more fair decks. I mean, how fair is Oath of Druids with Akroma? Maybe not everyone would be on my side there, and it's not working out. So this needs a lot more attunement, but I'm happy to see. I mean, the idea on paper was great. Guiltfeeder combined with Ensnaring Bridge, Oath of Druids, but if you see this in action, it's not pleasing. So I hope you could just still learn something from the video, and even if it's just the fact that it's not the kind of deck for you like it's for me. And at the end of the day, I'm happy that after all these years in pre-modern, there are still popping new ideas. And as you saw, some new ideas seems to be really strong. Yeah, wish you a nice evening and see you on the next.